Most people have no idea that the answer to their chronic fatigue, stubborn inflammation, and afternoon energy crashes is already sitting in two places in their kitchen right now, and it has nothing to do with expensive supplements or restrictive diets. I'm Dr. Mehmet, and I've been practicing integrative medicine for over 2 decades. What I'm about to share with you is something I stumbled upon almost by accident while researching traditional medicine practices from Southeast Asia, and when I tested it with my patients over 50, the results were so dramatic that I had to verify them 3 times before I believed what I was seeing. Here's what happened. A patient of mine, Robert, 67 years old, came into my office complaining about the same issues he'd been dealing with for 5 years: constant joint stiffness every morning, brain fog that made him forget why he walked into rooms, blood sugar readings that looked like a roller coaster. He was drinking 3 cups of coffee a day just to stay awake, and it wasn't helping. I asked him one simple question. Robert, what if I told you that you could fix most of this without changing your coffee habit at all? You'd just need to add one thing that costs pennies. He looked at me like I was selling snake oil, but he trusted me, so he tried it. 30 days later, Robert walked into my office moving differently. His knees didn't crack when he stood up. His fasting glucose dropped 18 points. He said his mind felt sharp for the first time in a decade. What did he add? 1 single clove to his morning coffee. That's it. Now, before you think this sounds too simple or too good to be true, let me walk you through exactly what's happening inside your body at a biochemical level, because this isn't folklore. This is science that pharmaceutical companies would rather you didn't know about. Your morning coffee contains a group of compounds called polyphenols. These are plant-based molecules that act as antioxidants in your body. The most important one in coffee is called chlorogenic acid, and it does 3 critical things. It protects your liver from oxidative damage. It slows down how quickly your intestines absorb glucose after a meal. And it reduces systemic inflammation throughout your entire body. Most people think coffee is just about caffeine and waking up. They're missing the real story. Coffee is one of the most medicinal beverages on earth when you consume it correctly. Now here's where it gets interesting. Clove, that little dried flower bud you probably have buried somewhere in your spice rack, contains the highest concentration of a compound called eugenol found anywhere in nature. Eugenol is a powerful anti-inflammatory agent. In clinical studies, it's been shown to reduce pain and swelling at levels comparable to over-the-counter medications like ibuprofen. But it does something even more important. It improves how your cells respond to insulin. That means better blood sugar control without medication. Here's the breakthrough. When you combine chlorogenic acid from coffee with eugenol from clove, they don't just work side by side, they amplify each other. Scientists call this synergistic interaction. What it means for you is that the combination delivers benefits far beyond what either ingredient could do alone. This isn't theory. This is measurable in blood work. But before I explain the exact method to prepare this correctly, I need to be honest with you about something most people are getting completely wrong. You're probably destroying your coffee's health benefits every single morning without realizing it. Adding sugar? You just triggered an insulin spike that cancels out the blood sugar stabilizing effect of chlorogenic acid. Pouring in milk or cream? The proteins in dairy bind to polyphenols and block your body from absorbing them. Drinking that flavored latte from the coffee shop? You're consuming a dessert disguised as coffee. All the therapeutic compounds are still there, but your body can't access them anymore. And if you're using instant coffee, most of the beneficial compounds were destroyed during the manufacturing process. You're drinking caffeine and very little else. So what happens when you do this right? Let me walk you through the timeline based on what I've observed in my clinical practice. In the first 15 minutes after drinking properly prepared coffee with clove, most people notice something unusual. Energy without jitters. See, caffeine naturally constricts blood vessels, which is why some people feel anxious or get heart palpitations. Eugenol does the opposite. It relaxes smooth muscle tissue, including the walls of your arteries. So you get the mental clarity and alertness from caffeine, but without the edgy, uncomfortable feeling. It's like your nervous system finds balance. Within the first 24 hours, digestion improves. Clove has been used for centuries as a digestive aid because it stimulates the production of digestive enzymes and reduces gas buildup in the intestines. Coffee naturally increases gut motility. Together, they help your digestive system move efficiently. Patients tell me they feel lighter, less bloated, more comfortable after meals. Within 3 days, your blood sugar response starts to stabilize. This is where the magic really happens. Chlorogenic acid slows the rate at which glucose enters your bloodstream after you eat. Eugenol makes your cells more sensitive to insulin so they can actually use that glucose instead of letting it circulate and cause damage. The result? Those energy crashes an hour after breakfast start to disappear. You stop craving sweets in the afternoon. Your body begins to trust that steady energy is coming. Before we go further, I want to ask you a favor. If this information is resonating with you, if you're finding value in what I'm sharing, please take just 2 seconds to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. We're working hard to reach 100,000 subscribers this month, and your support helps us continue creating content that can genuinely change lives. Thank you. Now let's keep going. Within 1 week, systemic inflammation begins to drop. This is the part that surprises people the most. If you wake up with stiff fingers, you'll notice they move more freely. If your knees ache when you climb stairs, the pain starts to fade. This isn't a placebo effect. Inflammation markers in your blood, things like C-reactive protein, begin to decline when you consistently consume anti-inflammatory compounds. Your body is healing quietly in the background. Within 1 month, your liver starts to function more efficiently. Research has shown that regular coffee consumption is linked to lower rates of fatty liver disease and liver scarring. Eugenol enhances this protective effect by reducing oxidative stress in liver cells. What does that look like in real life? Your skin may start to clear up because your liver is doing a better job filtering toxins. You might notice more energy because your liver is producing energy more efficiently. Some patients even see improvements in their liver enzyme levels on their next blood test. Within 3 months, you may experience a full body transformation. Weight begins to come off, especially around the midsection, because improved insulin sensitivity means your body stops storing excess glucose as fat. Cognitive function sharpens. Memory improves. That afternoon, fog lifts. Your energy becomes steady throughout the day instead of spiking and crashing. All of this from 1 clove added to the coffee you're already drinking. Now let me give you the exact protocol, because this only works if you prepare it correctly. There are 2 methods. The first is the full decoction method. Take 3 whole dried cloves. Do not use ground clove powder. Whole cloves only. Place them in a small pot with about 10 ounces of water. Bring the water to a boil, then immediately reduce the heat to a low simmer. Let it simmer gently for exactly 5 minutes, not longer. Eugenol breaks down with prolonged heat. After 5 minutes, strain out the cloves and use this infused water to brew your coffee however you normally would. French press, drip machine, pour over, it doesn't matter. Then drink it slowly on an empty stomach first thing in the morning. The second method is faster for busy mornings. Take 1 whole clove and crush it with the back of a spoon or the flat side of a knife. Drop the crushed clove directly into your freshly brewed black coffee. Let it steep for 3 minutes, then drink. This method gives you about 60 to 70% of the full benefit, but it's better than skipping it entirely. Now here are the 3 critical mistakes that will completely sabotage your results. Mistake number 1. Dropping a whole uncrushed clove into already brewed coffee. Clove is incredibly dense. Without heat or crushing, the active compounds stay locked inside. You'll taste a faint flavor and get almost no therapeutic effect. Mistake number 2. Boiling the clove for too long. More heat does not equal more benefit. If you simmer for 10 or 15 minutes, you'll destroy the eugenol. 5 to 7 minutes maximum. Mistake number 3. Adding milk, sugar, or sweeteners afterward. This blocks up to 70% of the polyphenol absorption. If you absolutely cannot drink black coffee, use a small amount of coconut oil or a sprinkle of cinnamon instead. Do not use dairy. There are a few people who should not try this. If you're taking blood-thinning medications like warfarin or high-dose aspirin, consult your doctor first. Eugenol has a mild blood-thinning effect that could interact with your medication. If you have active stomach ulcers or severe acid reflux, coffee itself may not be appropriate for you regardless of clove. For everyone else, this is one of the safest and most effective natural interventions I've seen in my entire career. Think about what I'm saying. 1 clove costs less than a dime. 5 minutes of your morning, and the coffee you're already drinking transforms from a simple caffeine delivery system into a therapeutic ritual that supports your liver, stabilizes your blood sugar, reduces inflammation, and sharpens your mind. In 15 minutes, you feel clarity. In 1 week, pain decreases. In 1 month, your liver works better. In 3 months, your entire body resets. But none of this matters unless you actually do it. You're not broken. Your routine just needs one small adjustment. 3 cloves, 5 minutes, 1 cup. Start tomorrow morning. And if you know someone over 50 who drinks coffee every day and struggles with inflammation, fatigue, or blood sugar issues, share this video with them. It might be the single most valuable thing you do for them this week.